2 years of daily use, and I genuinely cannot find a real complaint about this mic. A quick note, everything you're hearing right now is coming through the mic I'm reviewing and not my normal setup. This mic comes out anytime I'm recording audio or video outside the studio, mostly on location or when I'm working with clients on their videos. It's out probably a few times a month for me, and my wife uses this same pair every single time she films her own YouTube channel. Between the two of us, we're talking hundreds of uses over the past 2 years. And after 2 years of real-world use, 3 things never degraded at all. And there's one small annoyance that really never could be fixed or got fixed. But here's my honest verdict. Nothing broke, nothing degraded in a way that matters, and I have no regrets about purchasing the DJI Mic 2. If I'm really reaching for a nitpick, it's this. It's these transmitters are small, which is exactly what you want. But that means the only feedback you get is from tiny colored LED lights. And you have to remember what each color means and whether it's solid or blinking. It's not actually difficult once you know that, but it's one thing that took a little getting used to. 2 years in, here's what's actually held up. The clip and the magnet. This has 2 ways to attach it. It's a physical clip and a magnetic mount. 2 years, neither one of these has ever failed me. And honestly, I like having both options. I'll reach for the magnet specifically when I don't want the transmitter to be a distraction on camera. It's small enough that it barely shows. Another thing I love, both the transmitter and receiver actually charge over USB-C. And I use that all the time. I'll leave it plugged in right after I pull files off the transmitter to give each transmitter a full charge. I don't have to worry about using the case, although when they're not on my desk, they're in the case charging. I also love the fact that the 3.5mm jack gets real use in my kit too. I run a wired lav through it when I'm filming things like my yoga instructor client. It's a lot more comfortable for her to have a small lav clipped to her shirt than the transmitter sitting on her top, and it's way less distracting on camera. And here's the thing I rely on most. I almost always pull my audio from the file recorded directly on the transmitter, not through the receiver. That gives me access to that full 32-bit float, so if I mess up a setting on the receiver or camera side, I've still got the clean uncompressed take to fall back on. And that has saved me more than once. Now, you've been listening to this mic for this entire video. It's not a demo clip, this whole video. So if it sounded rough, well, you would already know by now. My honest take, it does not sound any different to me than it did in the first year. When I'm out of the studio, this still meets my bar. There's very little drop-off in audio quality from my studio setup to being remote, even now. I've used this mic in a ton of outdoor conditions. I've been out in summer heat, cold winter wind. I have never once experienced a dropout or interference. And the noise cancellation holds up in real situations, not just controlled ones. Honestly, it's covered up a multitude of my own mistakes more than once. And the 250-meter range is every bit what DJI advertises with these. I've had a clean signal, even passing through walls at times. Obviously, the more obstructions you add, the more likely you are to see signal drop. That's just physics. But under normal use, this thing holds range better than I expected it to. So the bottom line on audio quality, 2 years in, it sounds exactly like it did on day one, and it hasn't let me down once in real conditions. And the batteries just keep going and going. I have not seen any drop in battery life with either of the transmitters, the receivers, or the case itself. Now, let's talk price, because that's really the question underneath everything else. You can often find the DJI Mic 2 on sale with 2 transmitters for around $199. I've seen it even less than that from time to time. The DJI Mic 3 is out now, and it's available here in the US, so that's a real comparison if you're deciding whether to upgrade. You can typically find that on sale for around $259. I think Amazon, as of recording this video, has it on sale. Now, I'm not the right person to tell you that the Mic 3 isn't worth it. I don't own one, and I haven't tested it. What I can tell you is what you already heard me walk through. 2 years in, nothing about my experience with this one has made me feel like I'm missing something by not making that jump. So, here's where I land after 2 years. No, I haven't felt any kind of a pull to upgrade. And it's not because I haven't thought about it, it's because of exactly what I just walked through. There are 2 ways to attach this that have never failed me. A 3.5mm jack that I actually use for a lot of client work That full 32-bit float recorded straight to my transmitter as my actual safety net, not a theoretical one, and a battery that just hasn't lost a step. Is this the newest thing DJI makes? No. It is still doing exactly what I needed to 2 years later. And if you're on the fence, I'll make it simple. I highly recommend this mic. Full stop. One thing I've noticed, and this is just an observation, not a full tutorial. I watch a lot of streaming YouTubers, storm chasers, and field streamers who run OBS, and a good number of them lean on this exact microphone. From what I've seen, it's really a combination of everything I just covered. These mics just work. They give you great real-time audio, and they're easy enough to set up that you're not fighting your gear in the middle of a live stream. I haven't tested this myself in the field the way they have, so take that as an observation worth passing along. This is not a full recommendation I'm making from personal experience. But if you want to see how this would work with OBS, let me know in the comments below and I'll make a video on that. In the meantime, are you wondering how to connect this to your phone or camera? There are a lot of valid paths depending on your setup, so check out one of these videos next.